First night of a new ticket here at Carptonik in Newbury, and the wind's absolutely chasing in the corner. Now you joined me for a quick video this week, and I'm down my new syndicate, so I was quite lucky enough about a couple of years ago now, I think it was. Kev sent me down, Kev White sent me down and said about fishing Carptonik, and I was like, yeah, we're well up for that. Sort of only about 50 minutes away from me, thinking I don't really know what I'm walking into, and I turn up to this place back then and I fell in love with the place. It's just unbelievable. I said to him, when a ticket comes up, let me know. Sort of years on now, and I've got a message, you know, a ticket's become available. Would you like a ticket? I was like, yeah, definitely, I'll put my name on that one. Definitely want to watch out for the next couple of years, but the main reason I thought I haven't fished it this year. Paid my money early year and haven't fished it yet. Just been so busy with life, as you know, life takes over. And I thought, we're meant to be a man fishing for the Lord. Now this is where it gets a bit ugly, and I'm a little bit Eve this morning, if I'm honest, because we were meant to be on, and genuine mistake, but it was overbooked, and it was a bit gutting, you know, it is what it is. What happened this morning? The big one's come out. You couldn't write it, so it is a little bit gutting. So I've had all my phones been blowing up this morning. I've had T, I've had Tom, I've had Rob, I've had them all call me and said, "Have you seen it?" I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it, couldn't write it, but it is what it is. It's sort of one of them I've got to throw to the back of my mind now, move forward, is what it is. But yeah, we would have been there, that fish would have been feeding, and I'll be damned, I would have bet money on it one of us would have had that over this weekend. A 60-pound fully scaled, and I'll put a picture up on the screen now. The fish is the lord of the manor, and probably one of the best looking fish, if not the best looking fully scaled, definitely the best looking fully scaled in the country, if not one of the best looking fish in the country. So very turn up yesterday, done a full lap, walked around the whole lake. What a beautiful place it is, fall back in love with the place. You get your own coach, come in, it's all lovely, you know, it's a typical syndicate water, it's just lovely. Everybody seems to be nice, first impressions, drove down the drive, everybody's, oh, all right mate, you're right mate, oh, you're Ben, yeah, how are you mate, nice to meet you. A couple of people shook their hands and that, lovely, just lovely people, good vibe. Done a lap, lots of people down that end of the lake, and there was a peg down this end of the lake called Noomates. I sat opposite it for a while when I first turned up in my van. First peg I pulled up to, quickly kept the van running, quickly had a quick look down and just had a little look. See fish immediately. To be honest with you, when I was looking through, as you look through, as you're driving in, you look through the trees, don't you, or sort of the bushes, and I'm like, that was definitely a show. So I quickly like, Jesus, got to have a look at that. So opposite me was this show, and I've walked up to the front, and there they are, using it as like a flight path, just off the back of this weed, running up and down, up and down. Stayed there for about 20 minutes. Obviously turned the van off by this point, but yeah, 20 minutes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I thought, ooh, do I put a rod in here? I thought, no, come on Ben, first turn up here, have a little walk round. Like I said, we're here to see what's going on, have a proper look at the pegs, start digesting what the lake's about, where the fish are, why they're doing what they're doing. Obviously this is not going to take 5 minutes to work this one out, because it's quite a big water as well. but definitely saying that I'd like to get my teeth in, especially over the winter this year. I'd like to come back and do a bit more really. That was my plan anyway, to sort of come over the colder months when I can sort of I've got a bit more time on my hands, but two, I'm not a half-hearted guy. If I'm going to do something, it's not the odd session here or there. I'd rather go all in and do like a few sessions in a row or over the duration of a couple of weeks to see if I can get something going. Ended up in Noomates, which is the peg I'm in now, and decided to set up in. And there's a clear spot over to my right, just sort of about 6 wraps out, but I used the Parker Baker to get it on the spot anyway. And sort of just off the back of that, obviously over to my left, sort of in front of me, is another spot. Found this spot, put a lead on it, crack. I thought, that's weird. This is obviously when I've got quickly just scrambled a rod and everything, brung all my gear around, secured that I'm definitely going in this spot because I've seen these fish coasting over the back of the spot. Anyway, I thought, right, rods. So yeah, I've put this rod on the spot, second cast I think it was, bang! I've got a drop, and then I've got another drop, like I've hit a fish on the way down sort of thing. I'm like, it's weird. Now I've had double drops before, and you think, oh, that must be on the spot. The lead has literally hit that fish, but I do not. When I've cast, I've got that drop, almost a drop, and then I've got a crack. I'm like, that's a double drop, that's a fish. But what actually was is the fish were 2 rod lengths back, my leads hit the water and the lines hit the fish, but I felt that through the rod. So how many times have we been up, I know I say linear a lot, but linear, and been up there fishing, got that double drop, but actually the fish are in front of me. I'm fishing over the fish, not on the fish. So that's definitely made me think about my angling a little bit more, and very interesting to be fair. So that's happened. Like I say, cool footage. These fish have sparked up and went off the spot sort of thing. So with that, I thought, right, okay, I need to get a rod on that. Tried getting a rod on it and I had an absolute nightmare. Thrashed the rod around way too much and just don't know what was going on. The spot is so small, even smaller when you're trying to cast to it. And I've sort of just gone over a foot to the right. Yeah, that's right. No, it's not right. Just not getting a proper drop. So to be brutal, I had a right mess. So I sort of like, stuff it. Even though I've seen these fish there, gutted, threw the toys out the pram, went, I'm not going on that spot. I don't want to smash it about too much. By this point, I'm forecasting. I'm like, well, if there's any fish there, they've gone anyway now. Sort of getting frustrated. So with that, my right hand rod then, I thought there's a clear spot there. I can drop that out of the Parker Baker, and that was a bit of a nightmare to be honest with you, because I've got my new, I've got DCR1s, divers, and the line keeps coming off the spool and getting caught on the tools. You've got to take the front off, pull the line back and put it back on again. Never had that problem for 17 years from my old reels. It's a learning curve, I guess. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, probably am, but I need to obviously learn that, get used to these new reels. When you've had something for so long, it's a part of your body. So, right hand rod, dropped it with a thing in the end, sorted it all out, got the rod down. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not happy with them rods over there, so I need to just left 2 rods up against the trees for ages, for about 2 hours, just watching the water yesterday. It was lovely. Obviously give up this spot, and then what I've done is I've found another spot just over to the left. One cast, bang, found this spot, and it's sort of just off to my right, but it's off the back of this weed bed, and there's something about maybe 2 bivvies. So there's quite a lot of, and I've put one cast once right on the end of it, crack. Cast on the right one, right again, crack. Cast one in the middle. I thought, third time, come on Ben, you've disturbed it, but I want to do it one more time, bang. So I've done 1, 2, 3 like this, and I know this whole body is clean, so I thought, right, no brainer. 2 rods are going on that, 1 rod's going off the reeds. That's what I'm going to do tonight. Obviously naively, I think by that point, still learning, realising just how bad the weed is in here, I'm going, I don't think the fish are here anymore. I reckon I've spooked them off. They were initially, and last night I had a few sort of shows off the back, right off the back of this spot. And that was it. Woke up this morning, pretty dead rods all night, and that's sort of where I am really. But that sort of brings you, I know that was a long intro, but I merely want to keep in the loop of exactly what's happened. But like I said, beautiful place, really lovely to be back. Feel really safe here as well, which is another thing. You know, my car also, my van right down the bottom, feels safe. You know, the last thing you want when you turn up at these venues or day ticket watch, you also got to back him on. Is everything going to be all right? But here, I feel 100%. So there it is. My 4K's flashing at me now above the camera, but that is the update for now. And I'm sort of going to bring you on the journey. I've got about 24 hours from this point, so I'm going to just try and throw in everything I can and show you what I'm doing. And I'm probably going to move, I think, if I'm honest, if I don't see nothing there. But the sun is coming up. Can I get them going on the mixers? Who knows? See you in a bit. Right, well, I'm in Noomates over there. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a little wander around. It's not happening. Reeled the rods in, zipped up everything, and then you come round this bit here, you come down this bit, and you come to the next one, which is called Hideout. This is all quite cool for your wet slings and stuff to dry them out. Anyway, I've come in this peg, been sat here now for about 25 minutes, something like that, and I've seen two shows. One comes straight out of the water, and then the subtle show off the back of it, sort of up in this margin. Where's the wind coming? In this corner. So that's a good sign. Potentials to move in here, potentially. But I think I need to have another little look around and sort of potentially do a lap and just sort of see what's going on, really. But that is a good sign. That's definitely an option. Definitely an option. Like I said, one about here and one about here. I could get in the water there and cast them up quite easily. So that is the update for now. Lovely little swim. You've got this little bush down here sticking out, gnarly bush all across them margins, because that gentleman up there, to fish left you would have to have your rods right out in the water. So you've literally got all of this margin. Look at that. So yeah, lovely peg. The Hideout, a little bit more of an insight into this one. Definitely a peg I wouldn't mind going in. Bye bye Noomates. All nice and clean. Bloody mission, absolute mission, but effort's equal rewards, and all nice for the next person. And I felt very peaceful here the last sort of 20 hours, something like that. It's been lovely. But yeah, last little bits, throw that on there and whip over. Joys of an electric barrow. God, that makes it easier, don't it just? Right, time to go. Let's get over there, get some rods out. Right, well, after a trek you join me in the Nook, and everything is moved over back in my new home for this evening. I think I'm going to go down the shop in a minute, get some supplies. Didn't bring much food with me, but yeah, odds aren't out, but I found a spot just over 16 wraps sort of around this area. So I'm going to put a little bit of bait on that tonight, bullion pellet, and go from there. But yeah, mega, look at this, little setup down here, little stairs down to your jetty if you like. The wind's coming in. So little story, so I turned up and there was a gentleman just leaving. He was in the one next door, and I standing there, we had a lovely bloke he was, had a good chat. Bang, we both see a fish show. On from that there was about another 4 or 5 shows, so I thought, oh, you know, I should move. The gentleman was going, so but they were shutting more this side, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to get in this peg. I've seen them, don't be lazy Ben, go around, get it done, put a bit of bait out tonight. I'm getting a good drop on that rod as well in the middle, so I'm going to fish 3 rods on that tonight like I do anywhere else, and go from there. But yeah, time to get some supplies. But, oh, tripping up. More step, there's another step. Yeah, buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Look at that for a view. Right, wow, the mix is a lot of fruit and nut pellet, 4, 6 and 8 there. It's infused with chocolate, orange, peanut and coconut, and then a whole bag of chops. So that's what I'm going in with, fresh chops. These were cooked this week, a kilo of that. Some odd big bits in there as well, which is lovely. Minced up just a little bit smaller. that, a bit of flat spot on it. Job's a good. Simple Simon, but plenty of attraction. Lovely, bloody jubbly. And some of this bad boy and all, Parker baits, the sauce. It, rods out on the dance floor. Just probably put about that much of the bucket out. So the pellet and the kilo, the full kilo of boilie that you see me the chops earlier, OG fish. Oh, lost of breath, but yeah, rods are out. So left hand rod, middle rod bags, right hand rod on a normal sort of a leg clip system. That's on a Ronnie. These two have went out. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Obviously the bait's gone straight over the top. So in these two, I don't know which one it is, but I've got a little 12mm natural magic beam in the sandy colour and the other one's in the brown colour. That's on them two rods, I don't know which one's which. And then the right hand rod's a 12mm OG fish, and I've basically, they're whites, but I've sprayed them with the OG fish sprayed and they've gone a lovely sort of pinky colour and they stink. So I've put one of them 12mm Ronnie rig on the right hand rod. Simple stuff, 3 rods on a spot, doing what I know best. Fingers crossed, tonight is the night. Rods out, time to just been non-stop today, absolutely non-stop. Obviously went out, got some food earlier, which I'll show you later on. What else did I do? Then obviously done all the laps, and then come over, dropped all my gear off, which took ages. Had to do a couple of runs, brought a few more bits back to the garage, like you said, and now it brings me sort of to here. So lovely bit of flat spot coming off the spot there, trickling down there. Am I going to get my first fish out of Carptonik tonight? Fingers crossed, baby. Been absolutely annihilated by a swan, and it's just turned up as I've got the rods out and pulled the camera out. Literally, it's come in, it's got his head caught around the end of the rods and it's pulled him off the spot, and it's got his head twisted round the front of the line and it's pulled it. Oh, for God's sake, really? And it's right there in front of me now, so hopefully it's not going to do exactly the same thing it's just done. But rods went out, absolutely beautiful, to be fair. This swan is literally inches away from the rod now. Oh no. I've got to go check this out. Well, sorry about that. Rudely interrupted, and it's just done it again. Not quite though. It sort of touched it, got a few beeps, and put my hands up, and cheese went off. So yeah, rod's out. Oh my God, a fish has just boshed out right off the back of my spot, as I've just said that. Come on, is tonight going to be the night? Rod's out on the dance floor, baits out on the dance floor, everything that I could possibly do. Obviously the swan wiped me off the spot, redone him, not being lazy, moved today. It's been a nightmare. Is it going to pay off tonight? We shall see. Oh, fingers crossed, baby, fingers crossed. Everything's just ticked into play. And oh my God, am I going to be smiling if I catch something tonight? Come on. I think there's a little telltale sign of where the spot is. Right at the tip of this bit here, just over 16 wraps, is the absolute money. Come on. And the fish showed probably 2 wraps off the back of that. Foodie bits this evening. Rustler's burgers, Scotch eggs and some sausage rolls. I've just set up all the stove in that big old flat spot coming off the spot. Am I going to be rudely interrupted by a carp? Well, this is Foodie Bits this evening for Parker Baits YouTube channel. Double decker, baby. Get in the comments down below and let me know if you've tried these bad boys. Spicy what's it? Some of them, a couple of them. And the burgers are on the go. It's a Scotch eggs gone. Sauce in, a few more of them. One more of them. With a view. Lovely jubbly. The swan's left me alone. Still got a mega flat spot coming off the back of the spot there. Sun's going down. Rod's looking absolutely mega, and probably about 5 minutes ago I've seen a fish show here. 2-3 rod lengths in front. Obviously there's a spot, and it was probably about here, which again is a good sign. A lot more than what I saw going into last night. Come on, rods, don't let me down. Give me a nos a pig. That is my view, and what a view it is. I'm going to sit up for the next couple of hours, watch that darkness roll in, and get my head down. It's been a mega day. Very busy day at that, but hopefully tonight pays off. Quarter to 5 and I've just had my first beep on the middle rod. Mist going across the top of the water out there. Very quiet. And then a couple of beeps on the middle rod. And I've got to get home as well for a family barbecue today as well, so I can't stay too late. I was going to stay later, but Mrs. messaged me saying gotta be back for this time, so I'm like, yeah. So yeah, there it is. What was this morning going to bring? Oh. Alright, wow. Nothing really happened last night as such. I had then a few liners on the middle rod about 4:30. Got up for about an hour. Sat there. Had a couple of iced teas. I got these iced teas that I brung back. Had a couple of iced teas, sat there, and I'm like, odd little bit of fizzing, but it was sort of like off the back of the spot, very weird. I'm fishing off the back of a weed bed, because you can pull it back about 3 foot and then boom, you're straight into weed, like quite a thick weed. But there's still a flat spot coming up over the spot out there now, literally still coming up over the spot. So, but it wasn't like that an hour ago, so it's something's disturbing it down there. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good to get down there, although no fish on the bank yet. I still have got about an hour or so. Fish has just showed. God's sake, it's always when I've got to leave, isn't it? Yeah, that fish was more so his side and in the middle of the peg. I'm slightly over to my right in this peg. But yeah, it's been great to get up here. Definitely learned some bits, especially like I said about the fish, getting that double drop and thinking that you're hitting the fish, but you're not. You're actually, your line's hitting the fish, but it still gives an indication through the rod. Especially when you fish in extreme range. Not so much here, but I have on other waters, and I've had that drop before, and I don't reckon I don't think I'm it's fish on the spot. I think there's fish back off the spot and the line's in them, like I mentioned, as the lead hits the water. But staying positive, there still is time. A lot of cars coming in up and down this morning, so I think there's something going on today up here. But yeah, really glad I did come up. It was nice to get away from the world, to be honest, catch up and a bit of sleep. I don't feel like it now. that first day, like I said, I had a bit of an early-ish night, and second day, obviously yesterday was a bit of a mission. Absolute mission, moving everything, but got to be done. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it don't. Couple of pegs I'd like to get in, but unfortunately this particular time they had people in. There is a couple of island pegs which is short range, but I think you could fish the back of the islands from certain pegs, which wouldn't mind having to play about with. And there's a couple of pegs that you can crank a rod as well, which again would like to get in. But like I said, it was nice to get up, eye everything up, and sort of digest what I'm going to do going into them winter months, although everything's going to be completely changed. I know the weed wasn't quite as bad, but then this was a couple of years ago that I come here in the winter period, but in the summer she bad out there, so it's bad. Definitely cleaner down this end, 100%. But that Noomates, there was a handful of spots and you had to find them. You can just throw your rod out, even in a PVA bag scenario I think you'd still be buried to a degree. So yeah, that is it. I'm not going to waffle. It is 8:30 and I'm just hoping and praying one of them rods screams off, so fingers crossed. Apologies, it's only a quick one, this video, but it's just nice to get back out and definitely put a little bit of time in down here. I'll see you in a bit. Could you write it? Right hand rod hasn't packing up, as you can see. Bivvy's gone, barrows behind, everything's here. Right hand rod. One toner, absolute one toner. And in there I've got my first Carptonik carp, and it's a banger. £16.7, that was on a little pink OG fish on the Ronnie, simple setup. And that was a rod that went, that was a right hand rod off the baited, well on the baited spot, sorry, because there was two on the baited spot, the right and the middle rod. The left hand rod was just off it. And like I said, this is the one that went, absolutely buzzing, screamed off, mega fight. They'd ejected, and then I was playing the fish on the top over that weed, which made it a lot easier. Come in, I've got that thick band of weed in front of me, managed to get it over that, and then over the net cord. Yeah, buzzing mate, absolutely buzzing. Got a few little marks on here from spawning I think, but nothing major. Put a little bit of carp care on that before I go back. And there it is, there's the other side. Imagine what you're going to look like when you are £40. Oh mate, over the moon. Yes. Mwah. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. Alright, wow, that's the official cup cared up and back. Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better ending really. Last minute knock-ins baby. Yes. Buzzing with that, absolutely buzzing with that. I thought I was going to be walking away with a blank, but yeah, and I'm not going to lie, I've seen two shows off the back of the spot. I'm a little bit gutted, I've got to go. There's definitely fish on the spot. I'm going to push them for another 10 minutes and then call it a day. And then the massive trek with that monstrosity back to the van. Right, wow, there it is. That's sort of packed. Last little bits, rods on the deck there, and this fish boshing. Oh mate, a little bit gutted. So there it is, another quick video, your first taste in your mouth of this new ticket, and I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot more of this on the channel going forward. I doubt I'll be down for a while now, but I do think I'd like to sort of get up here over the winter period for sure. Get a little bit in when I've got more time, because at the moment the diary's booked till like early December, so it's busy all straight through now till then, and I can get a little bit of time to myself and maybe have a go down there. But there it is. Hopefully you've liked this video guys. If you have, make sure you give us a thumbs up, make sure you comment down below, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward. But for now, peace out and I'll see you all soon.